Hey everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to use Google Flow's Storyboard Studio to turn a simple idea into a fully shot, styled video in minutes. This is the Google Flow home screen. Every project I've made lives here in one grid, and a new project button sits right at the top whenever I want to start something completely new. To find Storyboard Studio, I open Explore Tools from the sidebar on the left. This is where every one of Flow's creative tools lives. Image editors, style generators, character builders, dozens of them, way more than just the ones for making video. Switching over to the Templates tab is where Storyboard Studio actually shows up, made by Google, right here. Write a script, create the cast, and visualize a full storyboard. Let's jump into a real project and see what Storyboard Studio actually looks like on the inside. Opening it drops me straight into the welcome screen, and it lays out the whole process before I even start. 3 steps: workshop your script first, then create your cast and locations, and finally visualize the storyboard itself. Before I write a single word inside Flow, I open ChatGPT in a separate tab. This is where the actual idea for the video gets built first. Storyboard Studio is only as good as the script you hand it. I ask it to act as a niche finder, working off Google and YouTube trends from the last week, and to come back with something actually worth making a video about, not just a random idea, but a topic people are already searching for right now. Then comes the real ask. Write a master prompt. 1 complete script for 3 10-second scenes, formatted specifically to paste straight into Google Flow, plus a title and a thumbnail idea ready for when the video's actually finished. Back inside Storyboard Studio, the script step starts completely blank, just a prompt box, waiting for whatever ChatGPT just handed me. I paste the master prompt in, and Flow writes out the full screenplay on its own, proper scene headings, action lines, everything, for a story it's calling The Generous Forest. Step 2 is assets, and this is where it gets genuinely useful. Flow reads straight through that script and starts building every character it mentions from scratch. Bobo the bear carrying his basket, the rabbits, the squirrels, the birds watching from the trees. No separate character tool, no drawing anything by hand. It just reads the story and builds the cast. It does exactly the same thing for locations and props. The magical rainbow forest, the clearing where the story turns, the rainbow tree where it ends, even the wicker basket Bobo carries, and the glowing berries inside it. Every asset the script mentioned, generated and sitting here ready, before a single scene has been storyboarded. Step 3 is the storyboard itself, and this is where the story actually becomes shots. Scene 1 breaks into 3 automatically, each one already framed and rendered. Bobo's proud stroll, walking in with his basket, the hungry onlookers, watching him, and Bobo's selfish turn, where his expression starts to change. 3 shots, fully realized, without me touching a camera. Anyways, io penambob, ipeninimbon, and scanned pomsum, itifsum, humaninan. Bodi walk brarana dambai, siramt, boenam, obompum flelf, noenani puento ninivaud, hambam. Then it cuts to the final scene. Moments later, under the rainbow tree itself, the towering rainbow tree, a joyous picnic with the whole cast together, and the shimmering horizon closing the story out. Every shot in this entire film, laid out and rendered, before a single second has been stitched into a final video. Each character also gets its own full sheet. I can open birds, or the rabbit, and pick a voice for them directly from a whole library of options, different tones, different pacing, whatever fits. This sheet is the exact reference Flow reuses every time that character shows up, which is the reason the same face, the same fur, the same little details stay consistent from one scene to the next, instead of drifting. Once they're all built, every character lives together in one library. Bobo, the rabbits, the squirrels, the birds, sitting right alongside the locations and props from the same story. Nothing scattered across different tools or different tabs. It's one shared cast, ready to be dropped into any shot I ask for next, in any combination, as many times as the story needs them. The real trick is reusable characters. Build one once, and Flow keeps their face, voice, and style consistent across every single scene. And here's the real trick this whole workflow depends on. Back in the chat, I can tag characters by name. Right inside my instructions, show Bobo walking through the magical rainbow forest, carrying a basket of colorful berries, while the rabbits and squirrels watch him happily. Flow reads that tag and knows exactly who belongs in the shot, pulling the actual character, not a rough guess at what Bobo looks like. Once you approve a generation, Flow starts rendering your scene, and you can watch it come together right here in the timeline. Every single generation asks for approval before it spends a single credit. This one, a 10-second clip of Bobo walking through the forest, costs 15 credits, and Flow tells me that cost up front every time before anything actually renders. And to be honest with you, it doesn't always work on the first try. This one failed. Oops, something went wrong. So I approved it again. And because it was a busy hour, Flow put it in a queue instead. My video was scheduled and waiting due to high demand. Check back in a few minutes. That's the actual experience of using this tool, not just the highlight reel. Sometimes you wait. But when it finally comes through, there it is, Bobo walking through the rainbow forest, basket in hand, exactly the shot the script described. Characters consistent, straight from an idea ChatGPT helped find, and a script it helped write. That's the essential workflow. Try it yourself in Google Flow, and if this helped, hit subscribe for more AI tool walkthroughs like this one.